Ouch. Hello, how are you? You can hear me okay, right? Oh, lordy lord. Babe, do we still have Tylenol? My back is killing me. Do we still have some Tylenol? My back is killing me. Okie dokie. I'm feeling really weird today. I don't know why. Just off, I guess. So I do have options. I don't think I can zoom out. I have to bring this up a bit. Sorry. Okay, so these are the options. So there's the Creepy Cutie page. It's viewer's choice tonight, guys. Hi, Mandy. So there's this page here. Then I know I'm doing the tag, but I decided that I wanted to do a page, and whenever the page gets pulled or randomly generated, then, it'll be done. But I wanted to do this one. I've been dying to do one of these enchanted doors. And then there's this page. This is a sassy coloring page. And then there's this one by Hannah Lynn, my bad. Just a simple kind of color. And then there is the Alice in Wonderland page, Tabitha Barnett. Now, I have colored this page years and years ago, but I wanted to try again with the way I color now and see to see if there's much difference from how I colored then to how I colored now. So, this is viewer's choice. I'd love to color any one of these pages, so don't think you're saying anything wrong. So, there's option 1, which is Creepy Cutie. Option 2 is the Space Door. Option 3 is the Fairy. Option 4 is the Hannah Lynn, and option 5 is the Alice in Wonderland page. We need me to be a full mod rather than partial, so that way I can create the poll. How do I fix that, though? How do I fix it? How do I change it to like full mod instead of partial? Or is that like me? Because I'm horrible at creating polls and stuff, so absolutely horrible. The 3 dots next to your name. But there isn't 3 dots. Okay, hang on. No, it just has remove as managing moderator. That's all it says. I do not know. Yeah, that's all it has. There's report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel, and remove as managing moderator. That's what it says. I have no idea. Nope, that's the share. Huh. Very strange. I don't know. Okay. Just hang tight. I'll remove you and then re-add you. Add as a moderator. That's it. That's all it says. Add as a moderator. Okay. Oh, hang on. Standard moderator or managing moderator. Can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live. And also has capabilities of standard mods. Standard moderator can review and remove chat messages or put users in timeout. So if I put you as a managing moderator, that might make a difference. Okay, I put you as a managing one. Is that the one you needed? Hey, Shelby. Because they have managing and then just standard. So, hi, Kathleen. So you can't do polls even as managing? Okay. It's strange. I don't know why they give options for that, but if it's pretty much the same kind of things that you can do for both, so that's so weird. Anyways. All right, let's see, what's this? Nope, that's not it. Nope, don't want that. Nope, don't want to highlight. Oh God. Never mind. Huh. And I don't know how to create the polls, so I would if I could, but I think I need a computer to do that. Anyways. All right, we're going to run through this again. So, tonight it is viewer's choice. So, we have options. So, this is option 1. It's the plus button next to the chat box. I don't have a chat. There is no plus button on my phone. Huh. That is so freaking weird on my phone. It's so different. So strange. Yeah, it might just be PC. Anyways, sorry. Okay, so this is option 1. So it is viewer's choice. So option 1 is this one. Option 2 is the door from Space Miniatures. Option 3 is the fairy. It's by Sassy Coloring. Option 4 is Hannah Lynn's, from Hannah Lynn's Fantasy and Fierce and Fancy, something like that. Anyways. And then there is the Alice in Wonderland page, which is option 5. And whatever the majority is, I will color that page. So anywhere between 1 and 5. So Kathleen says Hannah Lynn. Two or 5, so Space Miniatures and Alice in Wonderland. So 4 for Kathleen. Hi, Lynn. How are you, darling? We are doing viewer's choice. So I will show you again because you just popped in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A lot of people are going for the door. That's the majority as it stands. And okay, so 2 for the space miniatures and 2 for Hannah Lynn. So these are the 2 contestants at the moment. Is this one and this one. And I'm happy with coloring either one. Alright, I guess it's the space door it is. And I know I'm running a tag for this with Tammy Colors too, but like I said, when this gets pulled up on the generator, then I can say it's done, right? Okay, let me just put these away. Ugh, I'm running over cords in my chair. Jesus Christ. Wait a second. I gotta move some cords here. Oh, and my light goes out. Of course it does. Okay. Space door it is. Alright. Plug your ears. Plug your ears. Though I do like the Hannah Lynn. Now make up your mind, people. Do you want the Hannah Lynn or do you want the space door? Before I rip my page out. There are kind of 3 votes for each, I guess. So it's up to me, I guess, right? Mind you, I haven't colored a Hannah Lynn picture in a long time. So I might do the Hannah Lynn one. I'll do this one on my spare time. You want to do the door? Okay. But I will be doing the Hannah Lynn one eventually. I'm just thinking, my goodness. The Hannah Lynn one. So with the Hannah Lynn one, I was going to do like, I think I was going to go with like, I don't know if I would have gone with the blue hair or the pink hair. Hum, 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 hum. I'm just looking at it, trying to see the colors for in my head. Okay. So, I'm gonna go with like a yeah, you know what? We'll do the Hannah Lynn page, and I will do the Space Miniatures page on my own time. So what I'll do is I will base the Hannah Lynn page in alcohol marker, and I will be shading it. I haven't finished my dragon page, so that page will be, I'll be working on that in the next day or so. I just gotta grab out my markers. Give me a second here. Take this set here. This set here. Did I do? I don't think I swatched these ones. My other 100. Yeah, I didn't swatch these. Yeah, I didn't swatch these out, so I'll have to swatch those later, at a later date, but I just moved my coffee. How is everyone? Let me ask. I know I did a live not long ago. The eclipse is coming soon. I didn't buy the glasses because I know if we go outside, then the dogs are going to want to be with us, and I'm not going to subject them to that. So we're going to black out our windows kind of thing, like cover any open windows we have. So that way the dogs and the cat's eyes are protected by all means. Oh, come on. Are you seriously dead? I didn't even use you guys. Seriously. What is wrong with these markers? Jesus. It's not light blue. Light sky blue I need. Actually, we'll go with this color here for a base of her hair. Okie dokie. Yeah, I haven't colored a Hannah Lynn in a while, so... Okay, so I'm going to do her hair blue, because for some reason I love Hannah Lynn's girls with like blue hair, green hair, pink hair, weird colored hair. I know, I'm strange, but we wouldn't have it any other way, right? So... Alright, so we're going to go with mint blue as a base for her hair. And obviously we'll shade with colored pencil. This page is from her last book, Lynn. Hi, Yana. How are you, beautiful? Yeah, this page is from her last book, Lynn. It's a mouthful, too. It's like fantasy or something, like very, somebody help me out. It's such a mouthful. Sure, it's not actually my binder idea, but go for it. Nice. You got cheeseburger and fries in your belly. Very nice. My daughter works at Burger King, so at lunch she's, because she's shift manager, she's able to get like one full meal on the house through them. So sometimes, a lot of the time, she'll bring like the burger home or whatever for my son-in-law or her dad or something. Thank you, Zoe. Like I said, it was a mouthful, and yeah. Awesome, honey. But yeah, it's not my idea. I didn't claim the idea. People have been doing it for a while. I just, that's how I decided to do it, to protect my pages that I had already done. Okay, I'm going to use the fat end because this is driving me crazy. I like using the brush tip, but in bigger areas, I like using the chisel. And just in normal and yeah. Thank you. You're getting your mod badge today, girl, aren't you? Yeah, so am I. I'm so excited for that one. I do know Sassy Coloring. She's a really good friend of mine and artist. She has created a new book, and on Facebook there is um, an event that she's doing to be the cover of her new book. It's Belly Dancers or something like that. And she gives you a page to color, and you can enter it. And if you win, you get to be the cover of the book. Your name is put into the book as the colorist for the cover, and you get a free PDF version of the book. So if anybody's interested in maybe trying it out, yes, Mini Mania is out. Half blue and half pink hair. I know I'm a little wild with my colors, Lynn, but yee. That would, I don't know. I think I'd have OCD at that point. I can do pink on the bottoms, like the tips of her hair. I'll take my pink and... Yeah, a lot of people think Harley Quinn when they see her, but there's another picture in the book that makes me think Harley Quinn. I don't know why. But I will do the tips of her hair pink. I'll get my Sakura pink out and do the tips of her hair. And this paper really loves, like, I've printed this. I got the PDF version. And I printed it out on my own paper. But this paper is soaking up my marker, man. Holy cow. Let's see if I can find another color to this. If I have another mint blue color somewhere. I have crystal blue. I don't, so hopefully I can make this one last. I'm praying I can make this one last. I have a pale aqua mint, but all I need now is for my bloody marker to die on me halfway through her hair. It'll piss me off. I mean, these are newer markers. I mean, yeah, I do use my pastels a lot, but for the most part, these are newer markers. And she's dying. Of course she is. I might have to go with a different color. Shit. How close is this pale aqua mint? Ugh. It's a little darker, but it'll work for now, I guess. Damn it. Just my luck. Well, you know what I mean. But anyways, we're supposed to store our markers on their sides, right? Like horizontally, not vertically. Because that's what I've been trying to do, but it doesn't really... Sometimes when I'm using the markers, I sit them upright because of the fact that they're pretty close in color. The pale mint blue and then just the regular mint in the Ohuhu sets. I'll have to see if I can get refills for these colors. I know there's only certain colors you can get. I am waiting for the Magic Apothecary mythographic book to come out. It would be my first mythographic book, but I love apothecary stuff. And maybe the Rainbow Realms one coming out as well, because I love doing my fantasy pages, but it would be my first mythographic books. I mean, I've seen the Crystal Kingdom one, and I'm kind of on the fence with that one. And some of them are single-sided, some of them are double-sided, so... Oh yeah, and the Mythical Beasts one. Yes, that one too. You're right. I have to put my coffee somewhere so I don't spill it. Okay, so let me grab my Sakura Pink. Do the tips of her hair. Just the bottom half of her hair. And then I'll just take the mint blue or whatever and kind of blend that together. Pardon me. So I now have about 4 works in progresses for this month. They're pretty much almost all done, just I have little bits and bobs and fiddly bits to color on a lot of my pages, so... I look at the original ones now, and I'm like, wow, nope. Oh, the mythographic books? Yeah. I've always found, like, the original mythographic books are so, like... There's so much going on the page that it's just, like, it draws you away, and I can't make out what the heck is on the page. Like, it's nuts. And I think that's what's always turned me away from the mythographics is there's just so much going on on the page that it was too much for my eyes, to be honest. I've seen quite a few YouTubers that attempt, like, the older mythographic ones, and they just cannot get through the page because it's too much for them. And of course I'll be shading and stuff like that with the pink. Let's see how well we do. I mean, it's not perfect, but it'll work for now, I guess. How far up? Yeah. Oh, I didn't see her hair down here. Poop. I know her hair looks different because there's no blue. Great. I have to fix that. I didn't see that curl down at the bottom there. So yeah, I blend this way with my Ohuhu markers. I've seen other techniques that are kind of, to me, are pointless and really a waste of time, to be honest. It's easy to just kind of, Ohuhu's made it easy to just blend the markers together. As long as the markers are wet, They blend beautifully together. Kitty cat, do not do it. Yeah, I've seen some people color and blend their markers in certain ways, and I think it's just a waste of why make it harder than it really has to be honest. In my opinion, but just my opinion, I guess. So we will shade with pencil. I might have to go a little higher with her hair here, maybe. No, because her head is kind of tilted, right? So if she were to straighten her head, it would kind of be even. I don't know. It is what it is. So, okie dokie. So, the dragon is going to be do we do a pink dragon and green shirt, or do we do like a tealy green dragon? What do you guys think? Like horizon green color dragon. This is the horizon green color, like the lightest of them. Like that kind of tealy green. Blue green. Let me see this one. Yeah, that's too dark. The blue green might be a little too dark. Because her hair is more of a blue green, right? So you don't want too much of it. So we're going to go with a horizon green dragon. And then maybe like a purple shirt and light pink clouds. I think that's what we're going to aim for. Yeah, I'm not going to do the pink. I'm going to do the pink down here, but it's going to be a very light pink on the clouds. It won't be as dark as this. It'll be a very pale pink. But for our dragon, I'm going to use the horizon green color. And again, it always looks darker when you lay it down, and as it dries, it lightens up. So does anybody have any other techniques on how they blend their alcohol markers? Other than the way I'm doing it? Not using a paintbrush to blend it out. To get surgery again. Because they nicked her bowel. Ouch. Not good, not good. Aye, sorry to hear that, Mandy. Yeah, that's what I try to do when I'm blending my markers, but sometimes I question. I mean, I get everybody does things differently, but again, why make things harder than they need to be honest? When I used to be a card maker years ago. Nice. Did you used to sell the cards you made, though? Or did you just make them just for fun or for your scrapbook or... Like I was talking about in my last live, you know, a lot of people during COVID turned to a lot of crafting things like the Cricut and, you know, stuff like that because it was just something to do to pass time. Oh, nice though. And a lot of people who had mental health issues, it's done a huge number. Like going through COVID has done a huge number. Just like my elderly neighbor, she has now become agoraphobic, which means she does not want to go outside because she's got that fear. She has not been out of her house since COVID started and they locked us up. Yeah, she can't even go on her front porch without having a severe panic attack, the poor girl. So, it's really heartbreaking. That's her shirt there. So, yeah. It's really heartbreaking. Scrapbook design team. Very nice. That's cool, Zoe. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm going to do her shirt purple. Yeah, I mean, when her husband goes out, she doesn't like to be alone at all. And she's got a lot more health issues now that, you know, she's in the house, but a lot of it is she spends a lot of time on Google, so she kind of, I guess, self-diagnoses herself and then freaks herself out because she self-diagnosed herself because she's read it on Google or something, and it's just, she gets over-the-counter medication to stop one ailment and another one starts, so she buys something else off the, you know, off the shelf, and it's all contradicting with her body now, and it's literally screwed up everything inside. So yeah, it literally breaks my heart, but what can I do, right? The more you tell her, no, 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 don't do that, she gets really upset about it. So yeah. So, I mean, I used to care for the elderly and stuff like that. So, I go over when she just wants to talk and stuff. And yeah, there's nothing really you can do other than sit there and talk. It makes her feel better, and I help her through anxiety attacks and all that. You know, but the Googling of symptoms doesn't really help her situation. Like, she's already fearing about going outside, and then she Googles all these ailments that she thinks she might have, and yeah. It just breaks my heart, that's all. I mean, she's like a mom to me. I mean, I lost my mom 2 years ago. So... Oh, shit. Yeah, I lost my mom 2 years ago, and she's like my mom, so it just, I mean, she has daughters of her own, just, um, you know, her daughters just, they think she's a hypochondriac, so they don't go to her to make her feel better every once in a while, you know. So, yeah. And she just lost her grandson. He was 22. He had a seizure disorder, and I guess he had a seizure at home, and he ended up stop breathing. We don't know the entire story, but it took the ambulance because we're short on ambulances, and there was a bad batch of drugs going around with the homeless. It, whatever it was laced with rat poison, and then there was another batch laced with battery acid. So a lot of the homeless were literally overdosing and like dying on the street because they were shooting themselves up with this bad batch. So it took literally an ambulance half an hour to get to her grandson, and he had stopped breathing for 15 minutes. So by the time they got him to the hospital, there was literally nothing they could do. Nothing they could do for that poor kid. So, hi, Cindy. Welcome, darling. So her skin looks a little orangey. I know it's the marker, and it's still wet too, but I will fix that. So, and it's funny, I have, and this is Ohuhu. You'd think the tinge of the markers would be the same, even if they're in like the pastel set. This is where I pulled this one from. This is from one of my pastel sets. My Oahu one, same color, salmon pink, is more of a lighter tan color, which is funny. So I just find it funny that it's, let me see this. That the color seems off, and it's the, same brand marker, same color name, everything. It's just, I find it kind of funny, that's all. So yeah, I'll go over and help her when she needs help or whatever. I mean, she was calling through. She doesn't understand sometimes that, I do have a life, and I can't always answer her, and she gets really upset when I don't. She thinks I don't care, and when I call her back or whatever, she's like, oh, it's okay, never mind, click. And then she gets over it. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm going to do the clouds, a very pale pink. Now, do I do light pink or cotton candy? We'll try cotton candy, see how that color works out. If it's not, a decent color, then we will change it to the light pink. So, so yeah, anyways, that's pretty much my story, anyways. And one of these days I will tell you guys my entire story of from when I got on the drugs to how I recovered and stuff. It's a longer story, so probably a video or something on, because the recovering from drugs is actually what started my coloring journey. So that's just a whole other story, to be honest. I don't know who wants to hear it, but that's honestly how I started, and I am who I am today, you know, because I made the choice to better myself when I almost lost my children over it. So, yeah. Thank you, Dawn. Welcome back, Zoe. I'm just finishing up the clouds, and then I am going to start shading. Alright, so that's the base of it. What do you guys think of those colors? Are they okay? Do you think those colors are good together, or... I know her skin looks orangey, like I said. I'll fix it with the pencils and stuff. Pardon me. I can't seem to clear my throat. I think it's because, one, it's the weather. Two, well, I'm a smoker. Three, the cat dander is really strong in the house today. I don't like the cat. All the fluff and stuff in... I didn't know. Yeah, all the fluff and all of that is just kind of getting to my throat. So, and did I miss the basket? I don't think so. I just moved the one basket. Okay. You like those colors? Are they okay, or do they look stupid together? Okay, so for her hair, where is that one pink color that I want? Is it this one? Could be this one. Oh yeah? Dawn? That's not good. Yeah, it's definitely not good. It's not fun to be sore. There's that. And is it this color I need? Yeah, this color will work for the one shade. And we'll go with this for now. Question of the day. What is your next planned book to color in, and what medium will you color it with? Hum-dee-dum-dum-dum. I do not know. I do want to get the Mini Mania book, the first one. And there's a couple of pages in there that I was looking at in the Mini Mania book. But my next book to color would probably be my Space Miniatures book. That's what I would use, or do. My Space Miniatures book, and I would do, obviously, alcohol marker base, and then I would do pencil over top. So that's what I think I'd do. I have been really, really looking at the Kirby books. I've been watching flips of all the Kirby books to decide what Kirby book I'd like to buy first and work on. And in all honesty, I think I want the like I said, the Color Universe and maybe Worlds Within Worlds I might go with, to be honest. I'm working on Camellia all month. Well, I do love my Camellia stuff, you know that, but I'll probably be back and forth with different books, to be honest. I'm going to have to darken this a little bit with a darker pink, pinky purple, I guess. That one or this one? No, it'd have to be this one. This one. Anyways. Yeah, those are the two that I was thinking about. You're taking your Happy Mail with you? So yeah, like I said, those are the two Kirby's. If I was going to pick one up, which I am seriously thinking about, because I have been told that I could possibly color a Kirby picture somewhat good. So that's the book I'm thinking about. You know what? I say if you can afford going on holiday, go for it. Enjoy it while you can, because we can't all afford holidays, so. And you're making the most of life, to be honest. Exactly. Time well spent with Zoe's mom, and trust me, you want to spend all the time you can get with your mom and your dad if your dads are still alive. Trust me. My mom passed away, like I said, 2 years ago, and let me tell you, there are days I wish she was still here with me. So honestly, cherish every moment, spend every moment you can with your parents, your mom, your dad, your grandparents. Cherish every moment you can with loved ones, because you never know. Never know. I miss my mom like crazy every day. I used to talk to my mom pretty much every day. What did Miss Suki do today, Miss Lynn? What did she get into today? Oh, she passed away 2 years ago, Lynn, but it'll be 3 on Thanksgiving. She passed on Thanksgiving weekend here, so. Oh my goodness, Yana. I've only got 4, and that seems like a lot, honestly. Because I don't like having works in progress or anything like that. I don't like having... And I mean, I have 4 works in progresses going right now, and it's driving me crazy. Like, I even hesitated to even start this page. Like, when I was deciding what to color for... and looked at me as though it was my fault and waved her paw at me. Willow does that all the time when she falls. They look at you like, what the hell did you do that for? You're like, really? Sometimes it's a delayed reaction with my dogs. Like if somebody comes in the door, I've seen the dogs go from, you know, yeah, you know, my daughter can come in the door and Everything's fine, you know, nobody says a word. And she goes to say, "Hi, Mom," and they all start barking. It's like a delayed reaction. Usually they bark when somebody walks in the door. There's been a few times where you can sneak past them and get through the door without, you know, any issue, but then they realize and they're like, "Brr, brr, 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 brr," and it's like, really? They've been standing there for about 10 minutes before you realized that they actually came through the door and are standing there. So, yeah. Oh, that hurts. My dog, or Koba did that once. He ripped his claw off. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I couldn't even get near him. Like, Willow, when she sees the nail clippers, she literally just flops back on her back and just lays there and lets us do it. Koba, he sees that thing coming near him and he starts yelping like you're killing him. You haven't even touched him. And he starts just yelping like you're committing bloody murder. And it's like, really, dude? I'm not even touching you. And you're freaking out. So when he broke his claw and ripped it off, I couldn't get near him. He wouldn't let me near him. Like, I'd say, "Let me see your paw," and he'd start freaking barking like crazy and freaking out. And I'm like, really, dude? Come on. I'm trying to help you. Nope. He ain't having it. That's for sure. Tell you that right now, that dog will not have it. He will not let me near him. He used to let me near him. I don't know why he doesn't now. Because I've never hurt him when I've clipped his nails before. And I know I haven't because he's never bled. He's never any of that. But for some reason, he's got some kind of memory that he's been hurt or something. I don't know, but... I missed some of the chat. She's saying, "Why isn't the ledge wide enough?" You know, I don't know if most of you guys know who Cesar Millan is. He actually lost the job of dog whisperer, like his show, after one of his clients asked him, because her dog was looking at them or something, I can't remember what it was, and she said to Cesar Millan, she said, "I wonder what my dog is thinking and what it's feeling." And he says to her, "Dogs don't have feelings and dogs don't think." And there were so many people outraged by it. It was a really, like, huge thing. Because any dog owner knows, you know, that your dog has feelings, that your dog has emotions, you know. So... longer, you know, but my own... Zoe. He did, right? Right, Lynn? Like, he's so mean to those dogs. Yeah, so... yeah, I mean, there was that factored in as well, but when he said, you know, dogs don't have feelings and emotions, it really irked a lot of people, especially dog owners. And I can't remember what episode it was. It was one of the final ones. But yeah, that's what he said. Dogs don't have feelings and they don't have emotions. The look on that woman's face, I'm telling you, she was like, "Are you for real right now? You're a dog whisperer. You can read dogs for a living, but they don't have emotion. So what are you reading off of them?" You know. So, yeah. It's quite interesting, to be honest. Also, I am using my regular Starjoys. It's cerulean blue. Cerulean blue. I don't know. Everybody pronounces it different. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm using as the one base. My friend hit her dog bad. Someone called the cops on her. Yeah, well, I mean, it shouldn't be hitting the dogs, to be honest. I mean, use the fear training as in dog is... Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'd call the cops on somebody who's beaten their dog too, Dawn. So, you just don't beat your dog. Like, they're animals. You gotta teach them. And if you haven't taught them, you know, what the boundaries are or whatever, you can't expect them to know what is right and what is wrong. So, you know. Our dogs are like our babies. They're literal toddlers in this household. They are spoiled rotten. And I wouldn't change it. Like my dog Koba, he's getting older. His hips are going. I think he's starting to go blind. I think he's having hearing issues, but I can't be 100% sure. I have to take him to the vet. But, I mean, he is. We've had him for... How long have we had Ko? 13 years? Yeah, we've had him for about 13 years, and when we got him, he was about 8 months old. So, times that in, you know, human years, he's getting pretty up there in his dog years, so... And even just to think about that is, every once in a while, my anxiety gets to me, and stupid thoughts pop into my head, because that's what anxiety does. Creeps up, gives you stupid thoughts. And that's what pops into my head, the fear of losing him. And I start freaking out and having panic attack. You know, and then I'll check his breathing, and I'll put my hand on him, and yeah. He sleeps with me constantly. He does not leave my side for the most part. He's not sleeping in his chair right now, but the other dogs are up and around, and so he's kind of playing with them and curled up with them. Pack mentality sort of thing. But yeah, my anxiety and takes me to that place, and I hate it. I really do, but I know things don't last forever, and I know, you know, we were all born to this earth, and, you know, eventually we all have to go at some point, but they become like your family. They become, you know, regardless of what the pet is, dogs, cats, you know, whatever you want, they are your family. So, you know. Alright, so there's one shading. You're going to make hamburger tonight? Very nice, very nice. I need a darker tealy blue. Well, not a darker tealy blue, just a darker kind of blue. That's too blue. I don't want that one. I need a teal colored blue. Let's see. No, that's more periwinkle, kind of bluish. Let's see this one. This one might do it. We'll try this one. We shall try this one. What's this one like? That's too... Actually, this blue is a little better because it's a little lighter than the blue I had. Yes, I'm talking to myself. Apologies, my friends. Okie dokie. So, we are going to shade just a little bit over with a little bit of a darker tealy blue. Thing with pages like this with like grayscale and stuff, I cannot really use my pencil blender because the muddy look it gives it because of smudging the ink. And it's funny, the ink never seems to dry, whether it's a printed book or like a hard copy book or printed at home. It's like grayscale ink doesn't really dry. Even ink in regular books has this thing about not drying, or I don't know if it's a matter of not drying or what, but I hate the muddy look it gives it. So, I mean, I can do it with my, what do you call it? With my colorless blender marker. That works over pencils. And you can blend nicely with that after you've shaded with your pencils. I think behind her, I'm just going to do kind of like a circle. I think that's what I'm going to do behind her. Zoe, do you know, did Hannah Lynn have like a time frame as to when that book with the pets is coming out? Have you seen it, anything on Insta or anything? Out of curiosity. Just gets lifted because it is on top. Okay. Thanks, Yana. Appreciate it, darling. Yeah, I mean, grayscale is nice. I mean, I don't do it often, but when I do, I mean, I do enjoy a nice grayscale picture every once in a while. Hannah Lynn's, and I like the light grayscale books, like the way that Alexandra Franzese does her fairies, or, you know, her Chibi's books. I love the light grayscale. Same with Jade Summer. That very light grayscale to their work. I really prefer that kind of grayscale than like a harsh grayscale. And I mean, I have books that are like almost black grayscale. And I think it's so dumb to have such a dark grayscale when artists create coloring books. Take Selena Fennick, for example. Her one book is a grayscale book. Well, she does grayscale books in a lot of her books. But the one book I got, I think it was like Mystical Faces or something. It was so dark. Like the grayscale in it. It was so dark. And I was like, you couldn't even color over time. You had to literally layer upon layer upon layer with pencil or I mean, Selena Fennick is an amazing artist, but that dark grayscale is, yeah, no bueno, in my opinion anyways. Yeah, I absolutely despise the dark grayscale. Okay, so I'll show you with a colorless blender marker, if I can find my one marker. Where did I put you? I want to put it somewhere. I just gotta find it, guys. Give me a second. Let's not it. I think this is it here. I think. Yeah. Let me just make sure there's, you know, no other ink on it. I will erase very dark grayscale so I can put color down. I never thought about erasing, but doesn't that become a little tedious though, Yana? Like, doesn't that seem like a lot of work depending on the page? I'm just curious, that's all. Okay. Does that with her darker areas of grayscale. Awesome. I'd have to try that. Okay, so I've got my colorless blender marker, and I just kind of go over everything. Okay. Well, I was just wondering if it just doesn't become too tedious, that's all. I don't even know where I learned this thing with the alcohol marker and your colored pencils. Can't remember where I learned the trick. But the good thing is with the alcohol marker, you can literally go over with like a white pencil, or if you want to lighten it with a lighter color. Okay, so I'm just wiping off my marker here, getting all this purple off the marker itself, and then doing the other side because I don't want this part purple, I just want that part. But yeah, you can just take like a white or a lighter color and just go over the lighter spots where you want the lighter to be. Yeah, I can't remember where I learned this from. I think it was Sassy Coloring that I learned the fact that you can use... Oh, I didn't even do this side. That's why. Ooh, that was close. Alright, so we're going to do this side of shading her hair. So yeah, I guess like I said in my last live, every time you color, you learn something, or you do something different because it just happens or whatever, and you're like, hey, I like it that way, or you know. Take it while you can, I guess. Always learning, always learning. You guys find you do something different every time you color, or it's just not noticeable? Oh, really? See, oil pastels and me don't go well together. I mean, I have chalk pastels for backgrounds, but me and oil pastels are not friends. Let's just put it that way. Time is literally flying today for this live. I don't know why. It's funny. Sometimes time goes by quick, and then sometimes it just seems to just linger. Zoe, are you still working on your Korean page, or... Because your page was looking very, very pretty when you were doing it on your live there. I was just wondering if you're going to keep doing it on a live, or if you're going to complete it slowly on your own. Okay, Dawn. Thanks for coming, honey. Enjoyed your company. I know I struggle when I do lives because, you know, I'll do a page on a live and I may not finish it on the live. But when I go to do the next live a couple days later or whatever the case, um, to me, I don't want to bore you guys with the same picture again. So I try to go with a different page. But sometimes I don't even finish the page I started with you guys to begin with. But again, I don't want to keep coloring it because to me, I don't know, to me, I think I'd be boring you guys. And I know lots of people, you know, color the same page throughout the live, and that's okay. Because a lot of people like to see from start to finish how, you know, how it comes about and stuff like that. I'm just an odd duck. I like watching people who do it from start to finish, like color their pages from start to finish. But me, I just think that, you know, you guys might find it boring the way I color. I don't know. I'm just an odd duck, like I said. I just gotta grab some Tylenol if I can. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had to grab something for my headache. Quack, quack. Yep. Plus the live stream pressure on top, and I cannot color water. I get it, girl. I don't do the watercolor either. I'll be doing more on a live. Just need to sort the water out first. You can color water, and I think your water was turning out good, honestly. What about, would you be able to do watercolor on that paper? Like paint? Would that be like something to think about or try, or I don't know. I'm just out of curiosity. If you're not liking the way the pencils are going, maybe try actual watercolor to get the precise colors that you want. That being said, if it was R.J. Hampson, I know. So, I know R.J. Hampson just came out with the new Mr. Fogarty book, or whatever it's called, and however everybody pronounces it. But, I wonder what else he'll come up with. Because he's done Lost and Found, he's done Serendipity, Moonlight Mischief. I'm curious as to another new book. I mean, I don't know if he has one in the works or not, but I'd definitely be curious to see. I mean, I don't like the Mr. Fogarty books, but I know it's quite popular with a lot of people, but just not my cup of tea. But I would really, really love to see a different and new book, to be honest. Alright. So there's that, and I can fix the shading in her hair after with probably some dark brown or black to just kind of shade where the dark spots are. He's an insta buy, same as Gabby Wolf. Ooh, very nice. Oh, oh, you want to do pencils on that page? Okay. I thought it looked great too, but it wasn't what Zoe wanted. I know. I get that too, Lynn. You know, when everybody else can say it looks good, and I mean, you guys know I've been there with it, and you guys have told me it looks gorgeous, looks great, blah blah blah, and then it's like in my head I'm going, no, it looks like crap, and I'll change it, and then Zoe will go, well, what the heck did you do that for? I told you it looked good. And I say to Zoe, you're just saying that because you're my friend. She's like, no, I wouldn't lie to you. And I'm like, yeah, you're my friend, so you're trying to be nice. So I know she wouldn't lie to me. I pick on her about it. So, I'm dropping pencils. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I know she wouldn't lie to me about it. Just, I pick on her a lot. Trying to find skin color for this girl. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. What the hell? Okay, we're going to try this color and this color. And try. Let me see this color here. Okay, let's try that color too. Let's see how this works out for her skin. Hi, Brittany. How are you, darling? Welcome, welcome. Lovely to have you. We're just chit-chatting pretty much about everything we talk about here. I'm pretty straightforward here. And whatever you say in the live stays here, and you know, feel free to ask questions, feel free to talk about anything you want to rant about something, feel glad, you know, this is a safe space. And I know Zoe and Lynn are probably giggling because the last time I said this was a safe space, we had a little bit of an issue. So, you know, no judgments, everything. And it really is no judgments here, but Miss Lynn, are you not paying attention to all the Mini Mania books? Zoe's colored in them. She absolutely loves those books. Where have you been, Missy? What?
Dawn just told me with all of her grandkids.
Oh, that'll be fun. I know Marlene called during the live and I couldn't answer her, so she's going to be peed off at me. What?
I know Al was bitching to me the other day when he took me to the about Dawn and the grandkids.
Because of what?
Al was bitching to me about Dawn and her grandkids.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I was like, what?
He wished she'd give them a break. She knows that.
Oh, can you download those songs? Marlene wants to know. It's Whispering Pines and Never Walk Alone are the two songs. And if you want to lurk, Brittany, you're more than welcome to lurk away. That's fine too. Yep, me too, Miss Lynn, me too. That's okay, Miss Lynn, we forgive you. You're right, I do have a life too, but trust me. She makes my life miserable if I don't. Trust me. You can ask my hubby. Okay, so for her skin, I am using 2 Brute Fooner, I believe they're the Brute Fooners. One's H&B and one's Brute Fooner, but they're pretty much the same kind of pencil make. And then I'm using one of my knockoff polys. So I'm not great at skin. Skin scares the Jesus out of me, to be honest. It's the one thing that scares the hell out of me when I color. That's why I don't color people very often, or portraits, because skin scares them. I did nothing of the sort. I have no idea what you are talking about. I do not start nothing. I'm innocent. Even Steve said I'm innocent. Steve's my friend. Usually it's my husband that starts, and then I follow his lead. Getting into trouble. Oh, Miss Lynn, I forgot to tell you, Zoe had a sex change the other day. Did you know? Yeah. My husband saw it too. It's one of those sex changes that you can switch back and forth. Yeah. From male to female in a matter of seconds. Yeah. I need to learn purple undertones, etc., and that, all that, but you do a good skin kind of coloring. Mona Gates is wonderful to learn. Okay, I'll look her up, Yana. I mean, when I'm doing skin, I'm not thinking realism. I'm just kind of going with what the way I think it kind of, I don't know. It's just strange the way I do skin, but it is what it is. I mean, I can't really do too much about it. I mean, yeah, I know that looks kind of funny because of the spots and stuff, but I will blend it out and shade it out and stuff. Right now she looks like she's having like my daughter has the skin pigment issue. I used to when I was a kid too. Which, in all honesty, is, yeah, so the sex change thing happened. She called. Zoe called me up on Insta. And when I answered, it was Zoe talking, but it was Steve sitting there. So Steve says, "Hi, I'm Zoe. I had a sex change." I said, "Oh, that was fast." So I showed my hubby. And next thing we know, Zoe's on the phone. And she goes, "Oh, I've changed back." And I said, "Oh, that was fast." I said, "This must be a new sex change thing, where you can change from, one sex to the other in a matter of minutes." You know what gets me, though? Parents are now allowed to choose, in certain places, are now allowed to choose the sex of their child. So even if it comes out a girl and you wanted a boy, or you want to raise a boy or whatever, you can tell the doctor that, you want the paperwork to say it was a boy or whatever else. And I'm like, That's got to be detrimental to your child's development. Because wouldn't they be confused? In my opinion, anyways. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I think it's just... Oh, is that what it is? I see. Well, I did not know that they were the same person. Now I understand. I see, I see. Alright, we're going to try this one. That's taking away the child's own opinion as they grow older. That's what I'm saying, Zoe. Like, wouldn't that affect the child in its own? Like, because, like you said, it's taking away that child's own option and choice. I honestly believe, like you, the child should have that option. And parents who choose for them, I believe it's wrong. Yes, exactly, Miss Lynn. But I do, like I said, in certain... It's not like in every area, but I know in certain areas they have started this whole... you can choose the sex of your child. It's up to you. You know what I mean? And I don't know. In my opinion, I agree it's wrong. In many cases, I believe it's very, very wrong. Because again, screws up a child, that's for sure. At least in my opinion. But what do I know? Apparently the, the experts know what they're talking about, right? I don't know. In all honesty, if I turn this light out, it doesn't look as bright. It's just the lighting that's making it look brighter than it is. Yeah. I agree. Let the child be who they want to be. Let them have the choice. You know, my 16-year-old, she thought she was only going to like girls because at one point it was just girls she liked. Then she started noticing boys. And, she decided that she likes both. She prefers boys over girls, but she prefers, boys to the girls. So... But I let her make that choice on her own. I didn't, influence that choice. And I didn't really... You know how some parents go stupid over, no, you're a boy, you're a boy, you're a girl, you're a girl. I didn't really react to it. I just let her find her way, if that makes sense. I know the skin looks really funny right now. I am horrible at it, but... I'll blend it out with the marker, the blender marker, and I still have the darker color to do a little bit of darker shading. I don't know. I mean, they're starting to teach kids in kindergarten about, sexual preferences and I'm not against that stuff, so I don't want anybody to think I am. I am not whatsoever. I just think there should be an age where you can start teaching kids about that. But kindergarten is, To me, that's a little young. I think kids should at least be allowed to be kids just for a little while. Exactly, Zoe. Um, I'm just saying, kids at that age, they're just like, I mean, my oldest, because of her birthday, she ended up starting kindergarten at the age of 3, like junior kindergarten at the age of 3. She was almost 4 because her birthday was before the year end, so she ended up in that bracket where she was able to start school at the age of 3 because she turned 4 before the end of the year. But, I mean, they're 4 and, you know, honestly, most kids that age are thinking about, snacks and freaking coloring and toys and their stuffed toy. You know what I mean? Like, it's insanity to me. It really is. I think a good age to start teaching them is about 4th grade when they start realizing their sexuality and stuff. I've never really felt feminine because I'm a tomboy, but I also don't class myself as male, even though sometimes I feel more male than female. I get it. I do. And that's okay. I mean, you are who you are. That doesn't change who you are, right? I mean, some days, I'm a girly girl, but I don't dress like a girly girl. I mean, I do to an extent. In the summertime, it's a little different, but in the winter, it's like jogging pants, freaking stuff like that. But I just wanted to put it out there that I am not against any of it. I'm just against teaching kids as young as like 4 and 5. I mean, to me, that's a little bit young. I know, my skin looks like crap right now. I'll blend it out in a minute. But yeah, so, anyways, moving on. So the eclipse is happening on Monday. Like I said, I didn't get the glasses, because if we go out, my dogs are going to want to go out and stuff, and yeah. So we are staying in with the animals, but we still have to block off windows and stuff because that's what they're telling everybody who has pets. Because as we all know, the animals like looking out the window, and once it starts going dark, my dogs are going to be like, what the hell is happening? And I love each and every one of you the same. I don't expect anybody to change who they are for any reason, to be honest. I'm trying to blend out or get my colorless blender here to, got purple all over it. Purple and blue. I know this is weird, but Using my colorless blender. Again, I'm not great at skin, so, you know, bear with me while I do this because I suck at this. There's a certain path. Are you within the path of the, what do you call it, of the eclipse, Yana? Because apparently there's a certain path it's on, and only certain areas can see it. Or like it'll affect certain areas. It all depends on the angle. Yeah, I checked the path. So you are in the path? You have no curtains on any of my windows. Hope the cats do what they usually do. Yeah, or do you have a basement or something that maybe you can put them in case of? Because the way I was reading, if I read it correctly, even if you look at it, the solar eclipse, it may not seem like it's affected your eyesight until like 3 days later, apparently. Like 2 or 3 days later is what it says. Alright, let me see. Oh gosh. Oh, I get it. I do get that. I understand that completely. Do I want to do this color or do I want to go this way? We'll try this one a bit. See what happens with this. Yeah, they're selling them like crazy on Amazon and everywhere. There's certain places like provincial parks and stuff that they're giving you the glasses for free if you go, but it's like limited supplies and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm just staying at home anyways, so it is what it is, but I have no intention on looking at it. I mean, it's going to be dark enough as it is. And it's funny because Alaska, it's like, in Alaska, they have like 6 months of pure darkness or whatever. So like to them, it's normal to be in the dark for, you know, during the day and stuff. So it doesn't really affect them. Like, it's not an eclipse. I don't think it's an eclipse all the time with them, but see if I get my blender pencil out to blend a little bit. See if that makes a difference. Because there's not really much grayscale in this area here, so. See what my blender does. Well, yeah, I mean, I would assume they'd be fine, but that's what they told everybody around here is to, you know, if you have animals and blah, 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 to just take precautions, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh. Animals are dumb. No, they're not dumb. They're just so loud sometimes. Like when somebody walks in. I know that's their, you know, that's their warning system, but sometimes It's like, really? I love yous, but holy cow. The funny thing is they're little, so their bark literally echoes and it carries. Oh, I know they are. That I will give you. I mean, animals are very much more clever than humans. I agree with that. They can sense danger even before we do. They can, you know. Right. So, I know it's not the greatest, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm just saying, sometimes, I'm not saying that, you know, I know it's their defense mechanism. I get that. I'm just saying that sometimes it can be very, especially when you're, you know, in a dead sleep. Sometimes and sometimes they bark just at the the slightest sounds, right? So with that, Six very rarely barks unless it's well, she knows what she wants and when she wants it, and she knows the time. Huskies are very smart animals, though. I'm not saying all dogs aren't smart. I'm just saying certain dogs are more intelligent than others, that's all. But each dog has their own kind of what's the word I'm looking for? They're special, I guess, in certain aspects and smarter in certain areas. Like Koba is more of a hunting dog. That's what miniature pinchers were actually bred for. They were bred for hunting. And boy, can that dog hunt. He can see or hear a mouse in that, you know, or whatever, even before we even know there's something kind of, you know, out of the ordinary, but he can sense it just like the cat, right? Yes, yes, they can be very smart. The thing with the little ones is, like I said, their bark is, they're so little, but their bark is just so loud that it literally echoes. And sometimes it literally hurts your ears because I guess I'll fix her skin after with a darker brown, do the darker shading in certain areas. I'll fix it after. I can tweak it here all I want, but yeah, it's not gonna go the way I want it to. So, anyways. Let's see the little dragon guy. Huh. No, that's too... Huh. Okay, there's the dark one. I need the lighter, kind of turquoisey green. Let's see. No, I'm gonna have to use. Oh, here we go. Let me see. Okay, this will work from my pastel colors. My pastel low. Anybody else have the pastel low? Have you ever tried them? They look like this. They're from Astra. They're pastel low. I guess they're like kids kind of version. But they were made for kids, and I had to literally, they didn't sell them on Amazon at the time. I had to purchase them on the actual Astra Low or Pastel Low set site on on Google. And I believe they were the first. Oops. I must have gone out for a minute. The first pastel set I ever got was these here. And then I was obsessed. And that's when I started, you know, using the others. Or buying the others. Apologies. But they are a really nice pastel pencil. They're a harder lead, but they lay down so nicely. And I know I haven't seen many people talk about them. I heard, well, I mean, it was a big thing years ago, but did I lose you guys, or is everybody just quiet? Just out of curiosity, because it looked like it was lagging on my end for a minute. Okay. I thought maybe I lost you guys or something. That's all. It's my fault. Because on my end it said reconnecting or something. It like lagged for a minute. So I really wasn't sure. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. The only thing I'm not too happy about right now is her skin, but like I said, I'll tweak it and fix it to my liking. Like Zoe in the water on her Korean page. Me, it's the skin on her. But yeah, Pastel Low, I think they only have the one size set though for the pastels. If I'm not mistaken. They only have the one size set. They're a fatter pencil though than most pencils. I mean, let me see. Can you see that difference? Like, is there... Focus? Focus? They're a little wider than most pencils. A little bit, but not much. But they feel thick. Like, they feel like a thicker pencil. And I haven't used these in forever, these pastel lows. I forgot how much I did like them. You know, when you buy so many, you know, mediums and stuff, and then you buy a new medium, you put them, it's just like a coloring book. New book, you put the other ones aside so you can, you know, work with. And that's what happened with me was I kept buying products like pencils and stuff. So as I kept buying pencils, yes, I would use these, but sooner or later it started to dwindle down. And that's kind of, you know, how these kind of got. He has the Castle Art pastels. Literally, I have the Pastel Lows. I have the Brute Pruner pastels. I have the Color pastels. I have the H&B macaron pencils. What others do I have? A while ago, I got the Marco Renoirs, and that was like a long, long time ago. I got Marco Renoir pencils, pastel pencils. And I saw that Shuttle Art created a set of pastel, like a pastel set. But I was going to buy them, and then Zoe reminded me that they're just pretty much the same as the Brute Funers and the Colors, just a different brand on them. But I mean, the colors don't really change. Like, they do because of the name, and maybe like the way they're made changes, but in actuality, I mean, they're all, like Zoe said to me, they're all like pretty much the same kind of pencil. They're not identical pencil, just along the same line. Those are ones I don't have, the Holbeins or the Holbeins, however everybody pronounces them. I couldn't bring myself to pay as much for those, to be honest. I've wanted the Holbeins or Holbeins, however everybody says it again, for the longest time. They're way too expensive in Canada, and yeah. I just never bought them, so. But I've wanted them for years and years since I first started coloring, and I saw them, and I saw the pastels, and I was like, oh. Yeah. I just cannot afford them. That's just, yeah. Just like the Faber-Castell, the big set of polychromos, they're a lot of money too. I mean, I got the knockoff ones, but yeah. How many is there in the Holbeins or Holbeins? How many pencils in total are there for a complete set? I'm kind of content with the pencils that I do have, but I've been using a lot of my pencils, so they're starting to literally dwindle down. So I will eventually need some new pencils. I mean, I still have new sets that I can use. Just the ones I use the most are starting to. I mean, I'm going to need a whole new set of Starjoy Golds, and I can't even find them here anymore in Canada. Okay, so I am at the 2-hour mark, and I think I'm going to end it here. This is how it looks as it sits right now. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to keep working on her. And then as soon as I'm done her, hopefully I'll finish my other page, my dragon page that I started on my last live. But I want to thank you all for joining me. You guys are all amazing. Don't ever change who you are, because that's what makes us all unique. Big hugs. And remember to stay safe, be kind, keep smiling. Remember, you're not alone in anything you're going through. Big hugs, dreamers. And until the next one, bye, guys. And keep an eye out. I think Steve will be live on Monday, the Coloring Commanders. So if you want to watch another great live, keep an eye out for Steve. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.